and welcome to another adventure here on my channel. Today we're going to be doing a good old-fashioned favorites video, my winter 2020 favorites. So if you like playing with and talking about makeup just as much as I do, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll be notified of all future content. I post on Tuesdays and Fridays and try to do bonus content whenever I can. So favorites videos are some of my favorite videos to film because I just get to sit and geek about products I've been loving. So I think I am going to start doing these quarterly just so I can really test the products, because I feel like products I've had less than a month do not qualify for favorites. So my last favorites video was my fall favorites and products I'd been loving all of fall. So now that we are getting into spring, it's time to talk about some winter favorites. And yes, I know I am doing the most with my makeup today, and the points on the inner corners of my eyes are sisters, not twins. It took me 5 tries to get them here, so we're just gonna go with it, okay? I have, if it's not 20 products, it's close to 20 products, so this is probably gonna be a bit of a long video, but I just want to share some products and geek out about makeup and have a good time. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. I think I'm gonna start with, let's start with lip products and then go to complexion and do the eyeshadow last, because I think that's kind of one of the most exciting categories, so we'll save sort of the best for last, but we're also starting with the best because I love lipstick and lip products. As always, in literally every favorites video, I know I have to mention this, the Kylie lip kit in the shade Kylie is my all-time favorite lip product. I have literally completely used up a tube, and I have over 70 lip products, so if I completely use it up, that is an accomplishment. That shows how much I love it. But the replacement I got is even better, because instead of getting it in the original formula or the velvet formula, I got it in her bullet matte formula, and this is my favorite Kylie lipstick formula. It is beautiful. It does transfer a little bit, but the original, I find it's hard to touch up because it doesn't want to layer up evenly over itself. With this, I do not have that problem. It is more comfortable on the lips. It's not as drying, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful formula in my all-time favorite shade. So this lip kit does come with the lip liner and the lipstick as well. Like, my favorite lipstick got even better. It's crazy, and I'm so freaking happy with this. Another lip product I have been totally loving. Now, I bought one just kind of as an impulse at Ulta. I was at the register waiting in line. You know how it goes. So I picked up one of the Colourpop Just a Tint lippy sticks, and now I have 3. Actually, I don't know where that first original one got to, but I'm sure it's in a purse or a pocket or a jacket somewhere. But now I have 3 because I love them. I love this formula so much. I am not a huge fan of like sheer lip products, but this is the perfect amount of pigmented and sheer, and I can actually get a sharp lip line with this because of the crown-like tip to it. And yes, I do say crayon-like crown, like a crown. It's a regional thing. It's just how I say it. So I really like these. I do have 3 of them now. I don't think you need every color, but there is enough of a difference in shade that it is worth having multiples if you like multiple colors. Like, I have a nudie one, a pink one that I can't find, and this deeper red one, and they all 3 do look very different on the lips. The red one I have is Cutie Fruity, and the nude one is Give Me Some More, and out of the 3, shocker, the nude one's my favorite. Pretty much when I'm not wearing this, I'm reaching for this. I will say the darker one does wear away from the center of my lips a little bit quickly, but it's not hard just to touch up a little bit. It's so nice, it's hydrating, it's moisturizing, it doesn't feather or smudge or do anything weird. Love these. And then I have 2 more lip products. One is not new to my collection, and my US viewers will have a harder time tracking this down than my European viewers because it is a European brand, but I have recently rediscovered my love for this, mostly because I finally found it again, and it is the Isadora Lip Desire Sculpting Lipstick in 28 Bare Beige. One of my lovely, amazing subscribers, and honestly just good friends, sent this to me because she is over in Europe, and it is such a beautiful nude. It's interesting. It's like a taupey nude, but it's not fully taupe. It does have a little bit of like pink and brown tones. It just makes every lipstick better. It just makes whatever nude you're wearing even more flattering. Though you can wear this on its own, I do really like pairing it up with the Kylie lip liner in Coconut, and it is just beautiful. In fact, I'm gonna put some on over my Kylie lipstick. It just melts with any nude to make that nude the most perfect version of it. And then I have been getting more into glosses lately, like I think everyone else has. And my favorite one that I have found so far is from an indie brand that is now sold at Sephora, the Tower 28 Lip Jellies, I believe is what this is called. I've just been calling it the lip gloss in my head, but I think the name is Lip Jelly. And I have mine in the shade Chill, which is the clear gloss, and it is so hydrating, so moisturizing. Like, some nights I've legitimately used this as a lip mask before going to bed because it is so rich and nourishing. And I've never been a girl who's into a clear gloss, but this is so good that I love it. And I love wearing it when I'm just doing that easy, effortless, summer breezy type of look. And it's not sticky, but it feels plush on the lips, and it's not too thin of a gloss. It's just a beautiful, beautiful lip gloss, and I love that it's an indie brand. And I was really surprised because I didn't know Sephora was carrying Tower 28, and I had been wanting to try this gloss for a while, but I didn't want to pay for shipping just for one gloss. So when I walked in and found it, I was like, yes, give me, it's mine now. It is a little bit more expensive for a clear gloss just because it is a Sephora brand. It's an indie brand. It's one of their more like clean beauty brands, but personally, it was definitely worth it, and I'm a huge fan of this gloss now. And now I want to talk about my mascara situation because I am usually the girl with like 6 to 10 mascaras open at a time. I just love to try them out and somehow manage to accumulate them, but for, I don't know, at least 2 or 3 months now, this has been my mascara situation, and I could not be happier with it. First, I have the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer, which is a wonderful lash primer. I definitely see a difference when I use this. It just makes the mascaras look a little bit more full, a little more fluttery and big, and it's just a really good primer, and it smells wonderful. It smells like fruity and tropical. And it's a lovely product, and it is very inexpensive. And then I have one black mascara and one brown mascara, and both of these work beautifully with this lash primer and beautifully on their own as well. The black mascara is the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Curl and Hold Mascara with micro styling waxes. I know everyone raves about Essence mascaras, and usually it's the Princess line of mascaras, but I really like this. I do like the styling waxes because I don't really like a waterproof mascara formula, but what I do like about those is they hold a curl. So this is the perfect non-waterproof mascara because with those styling waxes, it does hold the curl, and it is super affordable. I already have a backup of both of these, and this is my backup of my brown mascara. This is the Colourpop BFF mascara in brownie points, and it is such a lovely brown mascara. Like I said, I already used a complete tube of this and had to get another one, and I have never been a brown mascara type of girl until this, and now I love them. And I love this trio of mascara products to be my go-tos, to be the only ones I have open. I know it's very extra to be like, I usually have a ton of mascaras open, so having 3 mascara products is really paring down for me, but I don't know if you could tell by how I look right now, but I am a very extra person. Cheek products or base products next? Let's do the base products. So now I want to talk about the e.l.f. Beauty Shield Primer. This is officially my favorite primer of all time. High-end, drugstore, doesn't matter. This beats my Too Faced Hangover Primer, which I love that primer. That was previously my all-time favorite primer, but this is better. It has SPF, I think it's, SPF 50 in this, which is awesome because this is also my sunscreen product. It does a really good job like filling in my pores and adding a little bit of that smoothing effect that some primers have. It is tinted, and I don't know how they managed to do a universal tint because when I pump this out, like it does look like it would be too dark for me. But when I rub this into my skin, I don't know if it'll do it on my hand. Yeah, it's not really doing it on my hand, but on my face, it like warms up to my skin, and it does provide a little bit of coverage. So on days when I'm just like not feeling it and just want a little bit of something mascara, and done. This does that. It is so wonderful. It does, on my oily skin, help my foundations and stuff last longer, and it's just like that all around holy grail primer product that I didn't know this was exactly what I was looking for, but this was exactly what I was looking for. Unfortunately, right now, I think you can only get it from the e.l.f. website, but when I run out, it is definitely worth paying shipping to get this product. But if you do find it somewhere else, let me know. And then for foundation, I have been loving the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation, just like everyone else on YouTube. I mean, I feel like last year was the year of complexion products. Everyone was coming out with foundations, and I feel like this one was the winner. This was the Chiefs of the foundation Super Bowl, because it is the one that I'm still seeing people on YouTube saying they love, they're going back to over and over and over again, and I completely agree. I think this is such a wonderful foundation, and when I run out, I will definitely repurchase. I feel like I really don't need to say a lot about it because everyone's been raving about it on this platform, so you probably already know about it. And I do have a tinted moisturizer product because my beloved CoverGirl CG Smoothers BB Cream is becoming so much harder to find. I found it on Amazon, but I'm trying not to order on Amazon too much, and it's just not at like CVS or Walmart anymore. So I decided to try something else, and as much as I still love that product, I am glad I ended up going with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. I wouldn't even call this a full like tinted moisturizer because I feel like tinted moisturizers tend to have more sheer coverage, and I would say this has more sheer to light, if not light coverage. It's what I'm wearing today with some concealer. It gives me some coverage. It's good for my skin because it has hyaluronic acid in it. Though I will say if you are in a dry climate, if you are in a desert area, like if you live in Vegas, don't use this. Don't use hyaluronic acid if the air around you is really dry, because then it can't pull water from the air into your skin and it will pull water out of your skin instead. So if you are in a place like that, don't go for this product or hyaluronic acid products. But if you are like me and live in a place with ample moisture in the air, why did that word just leave my brain? I'll think of it later, I'm sure. This is a great product, and I do like that it adds a little more coverage than the more traditional BB cream and tinted moisturizer. And then there have been two concealers I have been loving. One I've been raving about for a while. It is the Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. This was the first high-end concealer I've ever tried because I've just always felt like there are really good drugstore concealers. Is it really gonna perform that much better to justify the price? And the answer with this one is yes, because my under eyes will crease any freaking concealer. Even this one creases a little bit, but it doesn't crease nearly as bad. And my problem is some concealers crease, it makes my under eyes look older, and you can really see the creases and it just accentuates the lines I have under there. This one, even though it does crease slightly, like literally every other concealer, it doesn't make me look older. Even though there is creases, it still looks smooth and brightened, and it doesn't draw attention to the lines there. So I really, really like this, and I will be repurchasing when I run out. And I'm pretty sure I've said in the past that that concealer is like going to be my one and only. I have found the holy grail, the one concealer, but I found another one I really like too. And that is the Revlon Candid Concealer. Now, I've been wanting to try this since Tati's been raving about it, and she was right. This is absolutely wonderful. This is what I'm wearing today. I really like this when I go for the more light coverage, easy breezy, beautiful coverall type of makeup look, even though that's not what I did today, because it is more of a medium coverage. This concealer definitely is more full coverage, but this is beautiful. It is creamy. It doesn't crease too much under my eyes. And again, when it does, because every concealer ever creases on me, it still doesn't accentuate the lines that are under my eyes. And I don't want my concealer making me look older. So I really, really like this. If you're looking for a good drugstore concealer, this one is absolutely wonderful. And again, I will definitely be repurchasing this when I run out. Ugh. I feel like between the two, if I could only have one, my instinct's telling me I'd pick this one right now. I do have one more base product, and that is the Colourpop No Filter Pressed Powder. Now, I am very oily, so even though my skincare has helped more even my skin out so I don't overproduce oil as bad as I used to, I'm still an oily girl. I still need to set my full face, and I am picky about my powders. My previous favorite was the Maybelline Fit Me. I still think that is a great powder, but this one kind of edged it out. It isn't as pigmented as the Maybelline one, but it's not completely sheer. And they do have several different shades. It's nice and smooth, and it doesn't look cakey, and it sets my face, and it helps keep me matte all day. And the thing that pushed this over the Maybelline one is it's refillable. You can, once you're done with the powder, pop the pan out and then repurchase just the pan of powder. And I love being more environmentally friendly, so that right there set this over the top for me from the Maybelline one. It is just as good as the Maybelline one, even if it's not quite as pigmented. But if I have a choice between two products I like and one is more environmentally friendly, I'm gonna go with the more environmentally friendly one. So I'm really glad I found this. I'm really glad Colourpop is doing refillable packaging. I wish this had like, you know, oh, it does. I was gonna say, I wish it had a little hole on the back so you could like take a paper clip and just pop it out easier, but it does. It does. It's just really tiny on the bottom there. Sweet. I thought I was gonna have to like struggle and dig to pop the pan out, but that is awesome. Way to go, Colourpop. I'm very, very happy with this. And it's all sleek, and I love the packaging. That's the thing, the Maybelline one is so chunky with packaging. This is so sleek. I love it. And now let's talk about another product that my European subscribers will have an easier time getting than my American ones, but obviously I got this, so my American subscribers, you can get this online. It is the Kiko Milano Fall 2.0 Bronzer. Okay, I lied, you can't get this online because technically they discontinued this product, but this brand always has these giant marbled bronzers in different packaging with like every collection they do almost. So even though they don't have this exact one, they have the same product in a different packaging. I got this because Soph Does Nails, who's now Soph Does Life. I'm never gonna get used to that. I'm always gonna call her Soph Does Nails. She loved this bronzer, and she is also a very fair girl. It's such a beautiful bronzer. It's matte, but it's not flat. It has a little bit of silkiness to it, and it is a warm toned bronzer. Like, it's very warm, but it's light enough that it works for my super fair peeps. It smells like vanilla. It smells amazing. And it's just a wonderful product. I've been using this forever and I still have a ton of it left. You get a ton of product in here. Like, look, this is huge. I love the packaging. I love the product. It is the cream of the crop. And now let's geek about some more Revlon because I have a couple more cheap products, a blush and a highlighter, and I'm sure none of you are surprised. So first I have the Revlon. It's just their powder blush in the shade 01 Oh Baby Pink. And this is so, so beautiful. I actually love this packaging. I think it's super sleek and it reminds me of those little paint cards you would get at like Home Depot as a kid and like collect all of them and then end up throwing them away because like what does a small child have to do with just a whole bunch of paint samples? I don't know. That's what it reminds me of. It is such a beautiful shade. The formula is wonderful. It is pigmented but not overly pigmented, so you can build it a little bit, but you're not going to be sitting there building your blush forever and being like, excuse me, where is the color? So it is a good medium pigmentation where it does show up and you don't have to build forever, but it is buildable and you're not going to use too much for my fellow fair girls out there that know the struggle of the blush overdose. It is smooth and blendable, and oh my gosh, this is the best lasting blush I've ever tried. Usually, you know, you find blush kind of fades. It's the first thing to go when your makeup starts to, you know, wear throughout the day. Not this one. This one lasts all day. It looks just as beautiful and vibrant at the end of the day when I take my makeup off as when I put it on in the morning. And I love that quality. So this is my new favorite blush. I bought this because I ran out of the Tarte one in Party, which had previously been my favorite blush, and between the two I like this one better because this one lasts better and it has such a beautiful formula. You don't get as much product in here as in the Tarte blush, which sucks, but you're also not paying 30 bucks for this. And it's so good. It's such a good quality product. And they have some absolutely beautiful colors in this line. I mean, I feel like I would like to get more of them, but I'm kind of boring and basic with my blush choices, so I'm like, why though? Just stick to the one I love. And then, the highlighter. The highlighter. The Revlon Skin Light Prismatic Highlighter in shade 201 Daybreak Glimmer. Now, this is the shade for my skin tone and light to medium skin tones. Darker skin tones, they do have a darker shade of this. I think they might actually have 3 shades of this, but this formula. I'm wearing it today and it is beautiful and it's definitely like pigmented and shiny. It's not the most shiny, poppin', bam, in your face highlighter ever. Some of my other highlighters, like my Kylie highlighter, is definitely more intense, but this is so smooth on the skin. It does not emphasize texture at all. Like, I think it makes texture go away somehow. It is just so smooth and beautiful. I mean, look at the press in the pan. I know mine right there has been worn away, but the packaging, the product, this behaves like, I don't know, a Dior highlighter should. Something you would pay a lot of money for. And it was $12. It's better than my Anastasia highlighters. It's better than my Kylie highlighters, which I love my Kylie highlighter. I have pan on my Kylie highlighter. It was my favorite highlighter until this one. It's so, so freaking good. Damn, Revlon. They did not come to play. This combo right here is just killer. And now finally, what some of you I am sure have been waiting for, the eyeshadow palettes. Now, the first eyeshadow is actually not a palette. I know, shocking, because I'm not a singles girl, but it is what I have on my eyes today, at least that beautiful gold shade, my JD Glow singles. I got these for Christmas from my best friend Arushi. She gave me a gift card and I picked them out, and they are beautiful. I have the Metallion white gold on my lid today, mixed with some mattes from my C-Color clay palette that I'm testing for my C-Color review, which should be up sometime this week. After watching Hannah Louise Poston and Angelica Nyquist, they're just some YouTubers that really show off the special shades in their collection and really love them. And I was feeling like I just didn't have those really special, super shiny, super intense metallic duochrome and trichrome type of shades, and I was really wanting some, and I just wanted to try JD Glow. For some reason, this was the brand that caught my attention, and I am so glad it did, because these are stunning. These are stunningly, stunningly beautiful. I have white gold, which is what I'm wearing today. This is their Metallion formula. And then the other three are their Galaxy shadows. I have Sin, Fairy Acid, and 360. Here, I'll do quick, just finger swatches. So Fairy Acid, 360, and Sin. They're just stunning. They are the special shades my collection needed. They're just so good. I will say they have a lot of fallout and I have to do my eyes first. I do use a glitter glue with these, but they are worth it. I don't wear these all the time because they are that real special over-the-top oomph for days like today when I am feeling like doing the most. But when I want to reach for these, I am so, so glad I have them, because nothing else in my collection compares. And then, and I know some of you won't like this, but you know what? It's the truth. One of my favorite palettes this winter has been the Morphe 39L Hit the Lights. I do not have a Morphe code. I am not a hashtag Morphe babe. I usually really don't like their eyeshadow formula, and even this palette, it's not the formula that I love. The formula is okay. That's the thing. It's very middle of the road. It is a mediocre formula. It is acceptable and passable. It works if you use the right technique and go like dark to light and just like lightly blend out the edges. You can work with these. But this color story, I love this color story. I know a lot of people really didn't like this palette. They thought it was disjointed. But for me, this is the perfect makeup playground of a palette. When I want to do a really intense, Instagrammy, fun look, this is the palette I immediately want to reach for. But I do like that there, okay, I'm just gonna set that aside. But I do like that there is so much variety in one palette, even though, I mean, yeah, I guess it's a little disjointed, but for me, I see it as the quadrants and then can just mix and match how I want. I really like this palette. I think it's on sale for like $21 on their website or something crazy like that. And I think as long as you understand what you're getting, it is a Morphe formula. It's not the best, but if the colors speak to you, ooh, my favorite is this one. It's like a pink with a blue shift. Oh, love it. Love it so much. It's not nearly as intense and duochrome as the JD Glow shadows, but it is beautiful. So this has definitely earned its place as a favorite palette this winter. And then another favorite palette has been the Colourpop All That palette. This is, it's kind of a monochromatic. I mean, it's red and pink, so yeah, this is a monochromatic palette. I mean, it has a black in it, so a mostly monochromatic palette. It was their Valentine's Day launch, and it is stunning. I have a full review of this that I will link down below. I also have a review of this palette that I'll have linked down below. Anything that I have like a dedicated video for, I will link down below. The color story is beautiful. The quality is impeccable. I like all the different formulas in here. There is a pressed glitter, which a lot of people don't like. I like it. I think it adds some spice to this palette. And I've been wearing this palette to work a lot because my work uniform, my top is kind of like a red burgundy and it's very much these colors. So this has just been an awesome go-to going to work palette for me. I can do something more sultry, I can do something more simple and just get some really pretty pink and red looks. My camera died in the middle of filming, but I think I was saying that it's a nice soft touch packaging too. I really like this Colourpop palette. The packaging, the color selection, the quality, it is just on point through and through. So last, but definitely not least, my favorite palette, my new #1, over sultry, and that is a high bar to pass, the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2. This is pretty much a perfect palette to me. I don't know what I would do to improve this. The color selection, the formula, the packaging, the theming, just everything is so perfect. I love that there are these giant eyeshadow pans. I love getting a lot of product in my palettes. Even though I have yet to like completely use up a palette, I am so paranoid about doing that. And when I start to run low on some of my favorite shades in a palette, like I will stop using that palette because I feel like once I use it up, it's gone. And I know that's ridiculous, but I do that with TV shows too. That's why I haven't finished Breaking Bad or White Collar. So I do that with my palettes too. So I love that there is a lot of product in here, so I don't have to fear for that. What can I say? I like big eyeshadow pans. I like big pans and I cannot lie. I want a lot of product for my eye. I'm sorry. Did anyone else see Sarah Palin do that song, or was I just hallucinating? Okay, anyway, these colors are beautiful. I love my neutrals. I love this as a lid shade. I love this, honestly, when I'm not wearing any eyeshadow, just to put a little something in the crease, just for a little definition, but it doesn't look like I'm wearing eyeshadow. It's beautiful. I also just love it in the crease. This satiny shade is beautiful. It's not the satin of like, it's a matte, but it has some particles in it. Like it looks like satin sheets. It looks like the fabric satin. I love these pops of color, specifically these three, because these are basically my 3 favorite pops of color: a yellow, a pink, and a mint. This gold shade, stunning. It's like this smoky gold that almost has some silver in it, but it's not too light or too dark. All of these shimmers have so much dimension, even the darkest one, that I don't mind wearing these all over my lid, even though I do like a brighter lid. They just have so much dimension to them. This was such a well done palette, and if I could only have one palette, it would be this one. This is it. This is my favorite palette. I am so happy I got this. My memory card was full and I had to change it out. I am just struggling this video. So that is what we are going to leave this video on. I had a lot of fun. I love just sitting here geeking about products. Let me know down in the comments, have you tried any of these products? Do you love them? Do you hate them? What are the things you are loving right now? What is your #1 eyeshadow palette? Even if you don't own it, what is that color story that is just your aesthetic to a T? Let me know down in the comments. And don't say singles. That's a cheat. You can't say singles. You have to pick a pre-made palette by any brand ever. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.